Hello, hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Immortality. In the last episode, we discovered that Minsky was having a very similar problem to what happened on Ambrosio, Marissa's first film. One of the actors was really butting heads with the director. In this case, it was Douglas, the guy playing the lead role. He ended up storming off the set, calling John Durick a pervert with a camera. To save the film, it seems like John Durick has stepped up to play the part of Minsky himself. I'm very intrigued to see how that works out. We also saw that potentially Marissa and Carl have started up an affair, and this scene at the end, the last scene we found, it was so interesting. So interesting, and more than a little creepy. The stranger referred to artists as symbiotic parasites, which is a very odd way to look at art and what it means to be an artist. I'm intrigued. I am very, very intrigued. Now, we are currently sticking to, let's head back to the beginning, we're sticking to these three people right at the front here.
Scene 44A, take 2.
I believe I'm currently going after this lady. I think her real name is Susie, but her character's name is Holly Honey, I think. Okay, hello.
This is a screen test for Minsky. When I call up your name, just tell us about yourself, and we will see if the camera loves you. Susie?
Hi, I'm Susie. I am a wholesome country girl who came to New York City to make it big. However, I fell in with a bunch of degenerate artists and shucksters. They told me I was going to be a star, but they only play my pictures at Times Square movie theaters. Don't give me that look, Drella. I think this could be my big break. I intend to steal the movie.
Eddie?
I'm Eddie, and I'm told I'm photogenic on account of my big brown eyes. I'm excited to meet Douglas Simons. Seeing him in a loincloth fighting gladiators was a big artistic influence on me growing up.
And I'm Debbie.
You didn't wait your turn.
I thought you were done. You're done.
Debbie, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm from a very well-to-do family back in France.
Faisais-tu partie de l'Ancien Régime?
Ah, ma famille a rampé à l'échelle sociale après que le guillotine eut fini son travail. D'accord. I moved to New York City with my brother after I was kicked out of school for trying to put on a play about the Jesus fucking Mary Magdalene. I make a lot of religious art, mostly centered on the body. I figure if God is anywhere, he isn't here. Is this a religious movie?
No, that was the last one.
Where you played the devil?
Where I played the devil.
Oh, now that is a hell I can get behind.
I think you're all wonderful. John is going to love you.
Okay, a couple of notes. I think I want to play that back again from the beginning. There was that name again, Drella. I'm like, who is Drella? I remember Marissa saying, oh, do you know why they call him Drella? Dracula and Cinderella, isn't it perfect? I don't know who Drella is, that's my one thought. It's clearly someone who's on set. Marissa said at the end there, John is gonna love you, so John isn't here, so it's not referring to John Durick. My thought was, could it mean Douglas? But then, I want to call him Billy because I think that's his character's name, Eddie. Eddie was saying, oh, I can't wait to meet Douglas. If Douglas is on set, then he wouldn't be saying that. So who is Drella? Who is Questions. Questions.
This is a screen test for Minsky.
You know what, we can fast forward through Susie. It was during Eddie's section, Marissa, because like she's watching Susie. She's really engaged. Yeah, who is Drella? Yeah, here, watch.
I'm excited to meet Douglas Simons. Seeing him in a loincloth fighting gladiators was a big artistic
There's a vibration.
influence on me growing up.
But
And I'm Debbie.
You didn't wait your turn.
I thought you were done. You're done.
Debbie, tell us about yourself.
I don't know if you caught that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to rewind back to it, but that lady comes over, the one in the back with the bob. That lady comes over and Marissa, her gaze just is immediately drawn to her. She stops paying attention to what's going on with Eddie. And when Debbie comes over and starts talking, you can tell on Marissa's face she's nervous because she wasn't paying any attention to what he just said. She's biting her lip and being like, oh, okay, Debbie, tell us about yourself. Like, ooh.
Well, I'm from a very well-to-do family back in France.
Faisait-il partie de l'ancien régime?
Again, I don't speak French. I can make out party of the ancient regime. I don't know what science ills means. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to any French speakers out there who may be listening to this. I'm so sorry for my pronunciation. I don't know what the first bit is, but I think that party of the ancient regime.
Ma famille.
Yeah, my family. And there's something about the guillotine, so and maybe she's saying like, oh, were your family nobility? Were they part of the old regime? And she's saying something about the guillotine. Ma famille. I don't know what, a grimpe. The only word that I'm certain of is guillotine. I mean, she's smiling. I'm having to go off social cues here. She's smiling. If she was saying, oh yeah, my family were butchered. They all lost their lives on the guillotine. No one's going to be smiling about that. I mean, the last word is travail. Maybe travel? And d'accord means okay or something like that. It's like a, an affirmative. And there was, like I said, something about the ancient regime and her family, something guillotine.
I moved to New York City with my brother after I was kicked out of school for trying to put on a play about the Jesus fucking Mary Magdalene. I make a lot of religion.
Marissa's face there is interesting because, of course, we know that the stranger claims to have been both Mary Magdalene and Jesus. If you look at Marissa's eyes here, there we go.
On a play about the Jesus.
She's pretty neutral.
Magdalene. I make a lot of religious art.
And with her eyes, she's kind of like, oh yeah, okay. Okay, I think she likes that. She liked that tidbit. She's like, oh yeah.
Mostly centered on the body. I figure if God is anywhere, he isn't here. Is this a religious movie?
No, that was the last one.
where you played the devil.
Where I played the devil.
Oh, now that is a hell I can get behind.
I think you're all wonderful. John is going to love you.
Yeah, John isn't here. I don't think Drella is Douglas, because again, that guy was saying, "Oh, I can't wait to meet Douglas." Could it be Carl? Hold up. We know that she said she wanted, Oh, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, the artist. He gave her a camera. I've completely forgotten his name and I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have done that. Oh. Warhol, there we go. Andy, there. I get there in the end. We know that she said, oh, I want to put some of his superstars in the film. Was Drella a nickname of Andy Warhol? I might look that up. I might look that up to see if that was an actual nickname of his, because that... I don't know who else they could be referring to. I don't know why they'd call Carl Greenwood Dracula and Cinderella. I don't know why they'd call Andy Warhol that, but then again, I don't really know much about Andy Warhol. I'm just so curious about who Drella is. Either way, there was a vibration. So let's go see what that was. A bit faster. Oh. If that woman was the other one, that'd explain why Marissa got so distracted.
Do you know any artists that aren't disgusting?
Stay away.
Oof. Oh, the sound design there. That... Ooh. He's smirking. The other one is smirking at her. And she's very clearly defensive. Look at her arm. She's using that as like a physical barrier. I've crossed my arm. Stay away. I'm on the defensive. So he sneaks onto set as this woman. He sneaks onto set as her. And she's telling him, no, I don't care for you. Stay away. Stay away. I don't want out to do with you. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm not going. I'm not leaving. Then he decides, right, I'm gonna provoke her. I'm gonna become Carl. You can't get rid of me now because I'm your co-star. Ah-ha-ha. She's so unhappy about this. She's so unhappy about this. There was a vibration. I want to see if it's something new. No, okay. Okay, it leads us into there, but that explains why she was so distracted by that woman in the back. Ooh.
Hey.
Okay, we've seen this scene. And this one.
And the camera. And I usually have someone to write all my dialogue.
Excuse me? You're not Susie! How dare! Where's... this is a pretty good shot. Okay, I'm guessing we're running out of scenes for her, but just in case.
If I was
Hello.
Clear, you'd think I
Hello.
You saw that? Yeah,
What's your real name?
that is my real name. Carl Greenwood Jr. My father was Carl Greenwood Sr.
Sounds like a movie name.
Didn't until I became a movie star.
Before you said there can be too much freedom.
Yeah.
What kind of freedom?
Sexual freedom, political freedom, financial freedom. I feel like society needs some limits, rules.
I don't mean to be provocative, dear, but I wonder if it's seeing other people have freedom that worries you.
Is this,
How many women have you bedded, Carl Greenwood?
somewhere between 150 and 200 women?
So you appreciate the freedom to fuck 200 women, but would you be happy for those women to go and fuck 200 people? You're fine if I fucked every person in this room?
Well, have you?
You only live once.
Natasha. Wait, you're okay with this, man?
Why me? Am I the boss, Marissa?
You are.
You're conservative slut, Carl.
If I was queer, you'd think I was a hero for that.
But you're not queer.
Okay, I'm gonna be happy when Douglas comes back and you can all pick on him for being a dinosaur.
Douglas gets a pass because he's an icon. To Douglas.
Here he is.
Oh, I have a lot of thoughts there. I just want to see when this was filmed. So this was before Douglas left. They're having some kind of cast party. How do I put this? Also, I'm about to have a coughing fit. 1 second. Excuse me, my throat is rather scratchy today. How do I put this? The idea that there should be some rules. I think everyone can agree to that. You know, don't murder. Don't murder people. I think that is a rule that, generally speaking, everyone can get behind. You know, don't be raping. Don't be touching kids. I don't know, don't steal from people. You know, there are general rules of society that I think everyone, no matter, you know, what you believe, your political leanings, creed, colour, sexuality, etc. I think there are certain rules that every single person can agree on. However, here's the thing. Carl is coming at this from an extremely privileged viewpoint. It seems like he is potentially middle class. He's white, he's male, cisgender, heterosexual. Those provide a lot of benefits that other people don't get. And how do I put it? The rules he has used to get by in society may also screw over other people. And I don't necessarily think that Carl sees that privilege. The fact that he says, oh, well, if I was queer, you'd all be celebrating me. And it has to be pointed out to him, yeah, but you're not queer. There is a difference.
You saw that?
Yeah,
What's your real name?
that is my real name. Carl Greenwood Jr. My father was Carl Greenwood Sr.
Sounds like a movie name.
Didn't until I became a movie star.
Before you said there can be too much freedom.
Yeah.
What kind of freedom?
Sexual freedom, political freedom, financial freedom. I feel like society needs some limits, rules.
I don't mean to be provocative, dear, but I wonder if it's seeing other people have freedom that worries you.
Is this,
How many women have you bedded, Carl Greenwood?
Like I said, in a way I agree with both of them. society needs rules, but at the same time, if you're using those rules to better yourself, but not everyone can play by those rules, you will have benefited because you are a white man. A black man, especially in this time period, is not going to have the same luxuries that you have, Carl. You're playing by two different standards. As nice as it would be to say, unfortunately, not all rules apply to all people. If you have a certain degree of wealth, then hell, you can get away with damn near anything. If you're white and rich, like, you have the keys to the kingdom, my friend. You can get away with anything. And I don't think that Carl sees that. I think he struggles to see how his privilege has maybe affected his life. Like I said, you know, oh, I've slept with 150 to 200 women. Oh, well, how would you react if those women went and slept with 150 to 200 men? John, are you okay with this? And John says, well, why wouldn't I be? Like, I'm not the boss of Marissa. And Carl's response is, you are. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. He's her partner, not her boss. And even on the film set, she's his co-writer. That's an equal partnership there.
Somewhere between 150 and 200 women.
So you appreciate the freedom to fuck 200 women, but would you be happy for those women to go and fuck 200 people? You're fine if I fucked every person.
He looks uncomfortable there. The answer is no, I would not want a woman I slept with to go and sleep with 200 men. That's his answer, but he doesn't want to say that.
What have you?
So he deflects.
You only live once.
Natasha. You're okay with this, John?
Yeah, it's the fact that he's like, oh, a woman is being sexually provocative. Let me ask your man. Carl clearly comes from a very conservative background. He comes from a conservative background where, again, this is something you see far too often with boys. Oh, it's you. They go sow their wild oats. They go sow their wild oats and then they settle down. Women, you always have to be prim and proper. You can't be fucking. You need to protect that. You need to save it till marriage. But boys, boys will be boys. They can go sow their wild oats. It's fine. I don't think he knows how to respond to Marissa. I don't think he's used to a woman like her. And again, his instinct is, well, I need to find her man and ask her about this. It's not a pleasant line of thought. It's shitty. It's shitty of him. It's one standard for you and another standard for her. You can fuck 200 people, but God forbid she do the exact same. You're a manly man and she's a whore. You know, it's a rather nasty line of thought. Carl is a human. He's complex. He's multifaceted. I can think it's shitty of him that he thinks this is appropriate. But I can also think it's shitty of Marissa to sexually harass him in the way that she has been.
Why me? Am I the boss, Marissa?
You are.
I think he said that and maybe he realized, oh, I fucked up. There was a certain nervousness there.
If I was queer, you'd think I was a hero for that.
But you're not queer.
Okay, I'm gonna be happy when Douglas comes back and you can all pick on him for being a dinosaur.
Douglas gets a pass because he's an icon. To Douglas.
Ooh, did you see Carl's face there? Look at that. No. Play. There we go. Ooh, that face. That facial expression, that is a... I think he's out of his depth and he doesn't like it. he's used to dealing with a very heteronormative crowd, I think. People who are conservative like him, maybe. And so the fact that he's used this like, oh, well, if I were queer, you'd be saying I was a hero. And the fact that that gets shut down, like, well, no, that's bullshit because you're not queer. You're a straight white dude. Like, y'all have not faced the discrimination that we have. Like, you can't just say, oh, well, if I was queer, you'd think I was great and that excuses your behavior. No, 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 that won't fly here. It might fly in some circles, it won't fly here. And I don't think he likes that he's been put in his place. Ooh, Carl. Carl, looking a lot less innocent now, but as I said, people are complex and multifaceted. He can have some rather disagreeable views, in my opinion. I disagree with a lot of what he said. He can have those views and still be sexually harassed. Now, there was a vibration. Oh. No.
How many women are you?
Give. Okay, we'll let it play.
How many women have you bedded, Carl?
I'll get there.
Is this,
Okay, the vibration lasts a while. This one is very finicky. Come on, I'm almost there. Aha!
Was John's idea to create a vehicle for me, an expression of how he saw me. He wanted me to star, but I wanted to write, too. I started feeling there were better ways to create. It interested me that even though he was sleeping with me, it was still a fantasy he put on screen that he wanted. In that respect, he was no different than Fisher. I wanted Franny to be real, and I realized that that was only possible if we looked at her in the right way. The camera decides who has sovereignty.
Ooh. Oh, and again, from the beginning, if you please.
Minsky.
Genuine joy there.
Was John's idea to create a vehicle for me, an expression of how he saw me.
John did say, I want to make Marissa a star. That was his comment to Andy. I want to make her a star for more than 5 minutes.
He wanted me to star, but I wanted to write, too. I started feeling there were better ways to create. It interested me that even though he was sleeping with me, it was still a fantasy he put on screen that he wanted.
Again, she has the way that she looks at artists as being slave owners, and their muses are slaves. I guess here's the thing, the only relationship she can have with humans is one of slave and master. Because to get by, she has to feast on others. Her relationships, she can have, as I said, it does seem like she genuinely loved Marissa. It seems like she genuinely loved her. You still ate her, though. You found her weak, terrified, in need of help, and you lured her into a barn, I think you said it was, and you ate her. That is not kind. That is not loving. That is monstrous. That is some grim fairy tale level bullshit right there. That is if all of your relationships are like that, then simply put, that is the only way that you can view relationships. It was still the fantasy he put on screen that he wanted. I mean, he's... It interested me that even though he was sleeping with me, he put the fantasy that he wanted on screen. I believe that's the whole sentence. Here's the thing, Franny isn't real. You may have wanted her to be, but ultimately she's a character. Are you saying that it was a fantasy because John is filming this idealized version of you? Or are you saying this because you can't differentiate between a character and a real person? Because ultimately all you're doing is playing characters. He never saw you, he saw Marissa. If you're lying to someone, of course they're gonna have an idealized version of you in your head. It's not gonna be real, because they don't know you. They don't know the real you. You can't sit there and complain that, oh, he put an idealized version of me on screen. He didn't know you. And when you did reveal yourself to him, he reacted badly, and you ate him. Let's carry on.
Even though he was sleeping with me, it was still a fantasy he put on screen that he wanted. In that respect, he was no different than Fisher. I wanted Franny to be real, and I realized that that was only possible if we looked at her in the right way. The camera decides who has sovereignty.
On one hand, I can... When she says, I wanted Franny to be real, and I realised that the only way we'd achieve that is if we looked at her in the right way. I'm really big on role-playing. I'm really big on creating characters for RPGs and playing them as true as I can get, because obviously a video game is very different from a tabletop RPG, and I do get obsessive. I know that for a fact. I get obsessive about how I play characters because they have to be right. They have to be right. I cannot have anything less than perfection in that regards. I will not accept anything less. So what she said just that, I'm like, oh, that spoke to me. That spoke to me on an emotional level, flipping heck. But you intrigue me, madam. You intrigue me. The camera decides who has sovereignty. I guess. Again, it's all. If you have a sovereign, then you have people who serve. Again, slave and master. It's the only way she knows how to think. It's the only way she knows how to view a relationship. Either you are in control or you are being controlled. Now then, there was there a vibration at the beginning, or...
Minsky. Was John's idea to create a vehicle for me an expression of...
Okay, I guess there wasn't.
He wanted me to...
I guess there wasn't. Okay. Oh, madam. Madam. Okay, yeah, and that is this. I guess we're running out of scenes for this lady. You know, I'll do one more for posterity. Okay, there we go. That's that. So let's let me out. Let's move on to Eddie here. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, we've seen this one. we go. Nice shot of you there.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I guess maybe Eddie didn't have too many scenes in the film either. Let me get your face. There we go.
Cops.
Yep, there's this scene. And they're at the gallery again. Again, once more for posterity.
Cops.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
And that just leaves Debbie at the back.
Oh, yes, we had ourselves
Show,
a big
show me your face.
party.
Show me your face, love.
When did she leave?
Just fast forward. Come on, please get into shot. Madam, please get in. No, she's gone the complete opposite way. God damn. There we go. You're front and center for this one. Madam. Okay, that's this one. Again, where's... Right here. Oh, no. No. Again, let's go back. I guess they only had these three... Oh, okay, yeah, we have seen this one. I guess they only had them for a couple of scenes.
Warehouse,
yeah, we've seen you. Oh, hello. Hello!
Scene 13C, take 2.
Action.
There's a lot of Frankies in New York. I don't usually ask for sermons. If you want to see Italian stuff that Billy likes to watch for.
You tell me.
Do you like to watch detective? Seems like a very detective kind of kink, but you're not buff.
Detectives don't have time for kinks.
The job is the kink.
Frankie said to her.
Still nothing.
Hey, can we go again? I was out there.
Okay. So we saw a rehearsal for this scene. However, I thought that Marissa was reading Susie's lines. This is Debbie. Maybe they recast, they swapped the roles around, perhaps? Maybe? Okay, either way, interesting. Again, let's go from the beginning.
Scene 13C, take 2.
Action.
So she put him off. At the end there, Carl was like, oh, can we go again? I was off. And John was like, no, I liked it. I guess... So everyone knows Carl and Marissa be fucking. Everyone knows it on set. And I guess that Debbie was just trying to get under his skin. And she succeeded. Carl, as we saw, Carl doesn't like the idea of women he's sleeping with fucking other people. So that put him off. And I guess the fact that John was like, no, I liked it. I think John has to know. But the fact that he was like, oh, well, I'm not the boss of her. Maybe they have an understanding. Maybe they have an open relationship. And he's like, yeah, you can go off and fuck people. I'll go off and fuck people. Like, it's fine. We're chill. If that's what you need in a relationship, like, big ol' thumbs up from me. Still, if he's okay with Marissa doing it, he still might not be okay with her partners. You know, it's one thing to be like, okay, my long-term partner wants to fuck other people. I'm out for that. It's another thing entirely to be like, oh, the person who is fucking my partner wants to come and say hi. No. That's a step too far. I'm okay with my partner having extramarital affairs, but I'm not okay with getting to know their fuck buddy. Or maybe, that's a thought, maybe Carl is getting a bit possessive. Maybe Carl is like, oh, I don't want you fucking John whilst you're fucking me. Interesting. Interesting development there. Okay, there's this scene again. Okay, and this. Yeah, I think we may be running out of scenes for these three.
Honey doesn't like her.
But still, it's good to check. It's good to check. Once more for posterity. Okay, yeah. There we go. In which case from here. Hello, Carl.
What's that?
Oh, hello, flipping heck.
She must have hid the earring. Fucking hell.
She's dead.
She's dead. Looks sad.
She always looks sad in his paintings. Oh, Christ. What a mess. Get to skip trial at least.
Blinked. Fuck.
Sorry, come around.
Still safe?
39C, take 3.
Let's break for lunch. We'll go get after it. Breaking for lunch. Hot set.
Is it bad that I'm just like, that's some really bad fake blood? That is not good looking fake blood. I can make better fake blood than that. It's how it's on the floor, it just doesn't look right. Doesn't look right to me. But still, okay, so that's why the camera focused on the earring. There was another shot with I think this Olga something or other, and it was the snake earring. Okay, and that's why it focused on that, because okay, so she killed herself in police custody. However, this provides me with a new side character, and I do like getting the side characters done before focusing on the main people. Oh, hello, flippin' heck.
Scene 24A, take 1.
Action.
Oh.
Ready, Lee?
What was that?
Oh, I like the cinematography of that scene, you know, with the door opening and closing. However, that at the end, that was weird. The fact that, one, Marissa, she didn't leave immediately, then there was, what was that? That was Marissa's voice. I'm thinking back to the scene between Marissa and John, the fake sex scene that they filmed to put in Ambrosio. And John's like, was that real? And Marissa says, no, I was acting. those were two different sounds. She made some very different moans for when she was faking an orgasm compared to then. Let's go back to the beginning because there was a vibration.
Scene 24A, take 1.
Action.
Okay. Where? Okay, let's let it go forward a bit. And then... Oh!
No pretense. You want it to look real.
It's a movie.
It's fake.
No! Oh, okay, so I've said this many times before, and I will keep saying it. This is what intimacy coordinators are for. This is exactly what intimacy coordinators are for. So he's saying no pretense. So he has inserted his penis into her. And you can tell, there goes my timer, and I'm gonna finish my thoughts. And you can tell, because she was not down for that. Her facial expressions at the beginning there, she was not down. She was very uncomfortable for what was going on. And then he inserted himself, and his argument was that, like, oh, well, you said there was no pretense. You want this to look real, don't you? It has to be real. You're constantly going on about this is an art form, so therefore you want it to be real. And she, like, it's a movie. Oh, it's fake. And that pisses her off. I think that bled into real life. We've seen that where they're interacting with each other, and it sort of bleeds into real life. I think what happened was that Carl actually did fuck Marissa there. That wasn't fake. He actually did fuck her. She orgasmed. And then obviously he hurries off, and then she runs after him to be like, what the fuck was that? What was that? You can't be doing that. Like, intimacy coordinators are vital. They're very, very necessary. However, that is the end for today's episode. So, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.